He gotta go real quick, Christian. But I know last week when I was talking about, like me and God and the trash cans, and like you kind of like gave people like a smaller step. They may be like, I'm more than 117,000 in debt, whatever the case may be. Darnell, our brother, I remember pulling up to my dog crib and like, and we can edit this out, but I feel like we can go there.
I
Uh,
100.
Pulling up to my dog crib and Darnell was in a trailer. He was staying in a trailer park home.
Mm-hmm.
And like for the past 2, 3 years, like you're in a whole house now. A lot of people, I know you come from humble beginnings, and I feel like that would also, I feel like that's also a financial conversation from your perspective on how you went from
Them
being in
hoes
a
down.
trailer park
Weird
home
niggas.
to now being in a home with 4 kids. Because I know how stressed you was in that situation, and I know you so peaceful now with where you at. How did that transition for you come about financially and just be moving from where you was trailer park to now being in a home with a big ass yard that it take you days to cut? I might add. My nigga got acres, but all right.
Real talk, leap of faith, man. Like we talked last week, man. Leaps of faith. Like nothing happened until I started making moves that were dramatic and wasn't necessarily gonna be a security under it. It's about me just being believing in myself and knowing, okay, dude, you know you can do this, bro. This ain't nothing new. You can pull through than worse shit than this, and I don't see why you haven't moved forward to begin with. But at that time, it was one of those situations where I fell flat on my face to the fullest. Yeah, I got up, but the way I got up, it was very discouraging. Like you said, I was in a trailer, and it was just one of those things where, every day it was just like, I don't want to get further than where I'm at. I'm in a trailer. Like, I feel I'm at the bottom. Like, I don't want to be the next step, which is the streets with kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my big fear. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, it was one of the things where I just kept trying to make things work where I was at, and shit just wasn't going. Shit just was straight not going. And it got to a certain point where it started affecting my relationship. It started affecting my physicalness, and it got to a point where I take a leap of faith. The year before, I almost lost my family, almost lost my life in a car accident, all because I was just in a bad position. And it took that point where I said, you know what, this ain't shaking, dude. And I'm about to lose everything. So I just took a leap of faith and, made moves to get a better job, made moves to get a better place. And I mean, that's why last week when you guys were talking about leaps of faith, I was just like, bro, it really works. It seems scary.
I'm sorry, could you expound a little bit more on like what that leap actually was or what that leap looked like?
The leap was I was at a job, which I feel like a lot of people fall into, is I was at a job where I was just like, I'm making it. I'm good. Like I have a job. I'm employed. And the job I was working at was the same, it was the right industry I wanted to be in, just not the right location / company. Like I wanted to do that position, but I just didn't want to do it there. And like I said, I was very terrified of like either quitting that job and trying to look for another one, or even just trying to sacrifice the little time that I did have to find a better job and to really believe in myself at the time. You know what I'm saying? So it took that point where it was just like I just had enough. And like I said, I mean, God gave me one opportunity to where He put something in front of me and said, "Hey, make something work with this." Because He'll always give you. That's the thing about God. He'll always plant something in front of you to where it's like, now make something work with that. And that's exactly what He did. And I mean, if I felt like if I would have made a dumb decision on it, I would have still been that worse. I was still in that bad position, if not worse. There is no if not. I would have been in that worse position. Because I know I wouldn't want my family to be stuck in that position where I was, not trying to make things happen. But that's the beauty of God. Like He'll give you that one little opportunity to be like, hey, here, make something shake. And I mean, if you pass that up, that's on you. And God did what He did His part, and you didn't show up. So with all that being said, just when God passes you the ball, be ready to shoot. Don't let the opportunity pass you up with overthinking or whatever.
Kobe.
It's like, and like I said, you always gonna know when it's God. you just know. There's no other way around it. You just know.